good, everybody? I was doing a little hike today, and so there's something I had been wanting to make a video about, but I hadn't. So I guess I'm gonna do it. So I was hiking today, and for those of you that know about like the chakras and everything, there's like little hummingbirds. That's funny. Uh, there's right here, um, like right below your chest. It's called the solar plexus chakra, and so what it is that I mean, it has a lot to do. It has to do with solar energy and I don't know. So, anyways, it was vibrating, right? And I was trying to figure out. I started reading about it, turned off my phone, then started focusing on that, right? And I was thinking like, oh, there's three little hummingbirds. It's crazy. Okay, let me not get distracted because I always get distracted with these animals, right? Or beautiful creatures and all that stuff. So. Okay, so anyways, so the solar plexus, right? Like it was, vibrating. And I was trying to think like, is there a blockage? Like, what is going on there? But it didn't feel bad, so I was trying to figure it out. I started praying as I'm walking, meditating, thinking. I was reassured that no, I'm not doing nothing wrong. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm standing in my truth. So I was like, okay, cool. So there was still the little wrestling back and forth of, am I doing the right thing? I was trying to put doubt, like, nah, well, maybe I did this wrong, maybe I did that wrong, but I was reassured, right? So, anyways, right after all that, like I found, this red-tailed hawk feather. I've only been presented. I was already gonna make a video about it because I've been presented with four, right? And every time it had to do with a big challenge I was facing. You know what I mean? Like I think I remember the first three were mind, body, and soul, right? Mind, body, soul, yeah. So one of them I remember. I think it was like, man, I was like, I had done like probably I was hiking for like 4 or 5 hours. I had no energy left, no water. I think like at 2 hours, maybe 2 hours or something. With like 100 degrees, I had no water, and I was barely halfway, and I just kept going because I was like, you know what? I had faith, that I had to overcome that because my body was ready to give up, but I was like, no. Like my mind is always like, if God wanted me dead, I'd be dead already, kind of thing. So I was like, I'm gonna keep pushing on. And when I finished it, at the end of it, I found the little I found the red tail hawk feather. Another one was like mind, right? Like I remember I went through this trail that I went off the trails. I went through this road that I had never gone, and I started finding all these bones. So my mind started like, damn, I'm like in a little graveyard. And I remember then as I kept going through, I saw a cave. So I was like, damn, what if there's mountains? Because I had seen mountain lions and everything. So I was like, shoot, like what if there's mountain lions there? Like I'm dead. Like it was like a valley. It kind of reminded me like the whole do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death kind of thing. I was like, damn, like so fear was making me want to turn back. The mind, right? It wouldn't stop. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna die. And I was like, you know what? No, like the same thing. Like God wanted me dead, I'd be dead already. So I pushed on. And so at the end of it, like there was a hill, and I was like, dude, and the dirt was so, it was like I was slipping, everything. I was like, dude, there's no way. So finally, I just had to, you know, I reminded myself all the things like that I've been through that I could do it. So I just started grabbing onto trees, branches, everything I could, and halfway up the hill, there was a red-tailed hawk feather stuck there. I grabbed it, got all happy, gave my offering, and then kept going up. You know what I mean? So it was crazy that I did that. Then the third one was soul. I was feeling like defeated, right? There were someone too, like things with people and stuff. So I don't know. I guess my spirit was broken, cause that's something like when other people are doing you dirty and all this stuff, and everything. I think everything was just broken, right? Like I was just like I don't know. I just felt defeated. Felt you don't understand sometimes. Things that you know people playing games with you, different things like that, right? So your soul, they crush your soul, your all that stuff, right? Things happening. I think, yeah, just so many things. So my soul was already, but I forced myself to go hiking. And I had no, but somewhere in the middle of all that hike, just getting there and doing it, and halfway through I remembered who I was, you know? I was like, nah, like, screw this, you know what I mean? Like, something's messing with my soul, and they, like, something sent them on purpose to, like, mess with me or something. Because I was good, my life was going great, and then, you know, outside people that come into your life, and so I remember my spirit was broken, and I pushed myself, and then I found my third red-tailed hawk feather, and then the fourth one was, um, I don't know, everything was good, and I realized, you know, that's when it was on a whole nother level. It was like something like bad spirits, bad energy were coming at me, and I figured it out. I was like, wait, this isn't me. This isn't this. This isn't that. This is something, you know, something messing with me. And I found my fourth red-tailed hawk feather. So that was that. It was the mind, body, spirit, and then the fourth one was that, right? Like there is energy. You know, we forget little things whisper in our ears, little, you know, the negative energy. You know, I see a little hummingbird. They agree. They're like, yep, damn. So, anyways, um, so yeah, that was the fourth one. This one today that I found, it was crazy. Like I was hiking, you know, the solar plexus was vibrating, and then I realized that, like, finally, and then I found the red-tailed hawk feather. So, you know, I'll just give a brief example. And always, like, I don't mean to disrespect anybody or anything like that, but I've just been standing in my truth a lot lately. Like, you know, we're living in times people are super sensitive, this and that. But one thing, too, right? And I'm just going to talk about it because I always want to talk about it, and I'm always real sensitive about it. But you guys got to understand this. Like for me, right, I have a direct connection with the Creator, you know, spirit, ancestors, nature, everything, right? The animals, everything, right? Yeah, I've seen the hummingbirds, like, yeah. So, anyways, even that, right, recently, right, like, again, I always have to remind people, I was talking to, like, a Christian friend, you know what I mean, and they always try to, like, you know, convert you and this and that, and I had to remind them, like if you know our history, asking any indigenous or native person to convert to Christianity would be like asking your kids to marry their rapist. Anyone that knows, so it's, I mean, think about it, that's pretty disgusting, right? But people don't get it. Why? Because remember, for 500 years they brought the fear, right? That's how it used to be. There was this guy that, yeah, it was like, that guy's like a hero. You know, they told him, like, after he had seen, you know, they were smashing babies on heads on rocks, feeding them to the dogs, raping, all this stuff. They told them, like, hey, you know, if you convert to Christianity, we're gonna burn you no matter what. But at least if you convert to Christianity, you'll go to heaven. And then he was like, are there gonna be Spaniards like you in in heaven? I mean, or you know, you're gonna go to hell? And he's like, or yeah, like, okay, are there gonna be Christians in heaven? Yeah, yeah, of course. Are there gonna be Spaniards in heaven? Yeah, yeah, of course. Then I prefer to go to hell. You know, they burned them. You know, because it's, you know, it just doesn't. And it's fine if that's what you want to do. I would walk alongside my Christian brothers and sisters to change the world for the better. But just know, like, become educated. Know our history. Know that these religions had nothing to do with the Bible. You know, the best way is, like, they took, see, the little hummingbirds, man, they're like, yeah, when they're like, you're on point, homie. So, anyways, what do you call it? You know, it was like a book. Even, like, I'll tell you straight out, even Jesus warned about that, right? He was like, beware. One day, like, these people are gonna come and act like they're Jews, this and that, but they're of the synagogue of Satan. So what happened? You saw, like, they stole the Bible. That was a tribal manuscript from tribal people, and somehow these people took it, made it their own, just like Jesus said, the synagogue of Satan. They took it, made these huge. You go into these, you know, they're corporations. They steal from people. They don't care, you know, about the truth, what it really stood for. And there was no religions, no nothing. If you actually take the time to read the Bible, which I studied for over a decade, you know what I mean? Like, I even meet preachers that say, "Oh, that never even read the Bible." Like, I'll be like, "Yeah, I read over 40 times from beginning to end." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I studied it. And so after studying it, that's what led me, like, oh, yeah, we're not, like, it doesn't say nothing about religions, nothing. That's a man-made construct I used to, like, when I started, I used to call it like the word of God. Like, people would ask me, wait, well, what are you, Christian, Muslim? Like, no, I'm not Muslim, but they were like, oh, you're not a Christian, you're not Catholic, and I'm like, no, I just follow the word of God. Like, that's what I used to say, right? Like, I used to say, because even things in the Bible that would happen to, a lot of these people in the Bible, I had experience. So that's what got me, like, I was like, this is legit. You know what I mean? This happened to me, this happened. So I was like, dude, this is legit. But all these religions, these social clubs, that's all it is, like the team, right? Like, we're better than you, stick my nose up at you. But people don't follow it. You know what I mean? Like, I've probably met, you know, I, it's a least percentage. I'm not gonna. It's not to throw dirt on anything. If you really want to walk in a good way, like, I don't care if you're whatever you are, whatever religion you choose to follow. As long as you're doing the right thing, I'll walk alongside you into the depths of hell, the pits of hell, whatever. Like I'm there with you to change the world for the better, if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? But just FYI, asking somebody or trying to put that into, because that's why I stopped going to church. Actually, when I used to go and everything, the preacher made a mistake of being like, the Aztecs were all devil worshippers, and I was like, oh, hell no. I didn't disrespect them. I just stopped going. It was that simple. People used to tell me, oh, maybe they put you there to, like, teach them something or this and that. But after I prayed, and I was like, like, yeah, I realized, like, it wasn't the place for me. It was too toxic for me, right, to be there. So I stopped going, right? So just that, like, I've been standing in my truth. All that to say, I've been standing in my truth. So hopefully, people that see this don't get all sensitive and butthurt. This is like, I'm speaking to you truth. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. You know what I mean? It's still free will. You can do whatever you want. It's free will. Enjoy it, right? Like, enjoy your free will for reals. Like, don't waver from, just like I wouldn't waver. I'm not gonna waver because I actually took the time to learn. There is no wavering. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is no wavering. You know what I'm saying? It's just, so I'm trying to teach you something. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, maybe this will spark something in you that all of a sudden you'll start reading some books, start, you know, looking into what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Don't just like that's what happened. Like, a preacher, I remember when he was like, don't take my word for it. You read the Bible. And so I did. I took a whole summer the first time, sat down with the Bible and a dictionary, and I took like almost 3 months just to read it from beginning to end because I wanted to understand every word. I wrote down every word I didn't understand, dissected it, and it was legit. I was like, yeah, this is good. But I was like, it doesn't say nothing about these religions. Where did that come from? You know what I mean? Just like how they made, all these religions, just like Buddhism, right? It was Buddha, and he didn't say, oh, make a religion after me, but people did it. You know what I mean? People make these religions and stuff. So the teachings are always legit. Like, if you look at the teachings, like, they're legit. There's nothing wrong with the teaching. So there, I'm just gonna cut it right there. Like I said, I really don't like offending people, but I can't. So that's one thing I noticed. Like, I really don't have time to be, because you're sensitive. I don't have time to be. There's so many things going on in the world, right? There's kids in cages. The Amazon's burning down. So you think I'm a waiver to be sensitive for somebody? Like, that's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like disgusting that someone, that's their argument in life. Like, they're trying to, that's their mission in life, to convert you to something like that, instead of trying, like, why we're here for real is why we're really here. You know what I mean? So it's pretty disgusting that. So these are not those times to waver in your truth and this and that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't wake up with malice in my heart. I never want to hurt nobody, nothing. I don't have that envy. I don't have envy. I don't have that hate. I don't wake up like, oh, how can I get over on someone? I don't have it in my heart. Like, I see people with that, and it blows my mind. So, I don't know. I'm going to cut it there. It's pretty long. Damn, these videos just keep getting longer. So, hopefully, remember, I'm still willing to walk alongside all of you with good hearts, and all that we could change the world for the better. You know, people ask people to be sensitive for people with certain things. So, be sensitive to that. Understand. Understand what you ask people to do. The disrespect. Those are traumas. Like, for me, like that, when people are always trying to ask me to do stuff like that, there's trauma. Like, sometimes I brush it off, but sometimes it cuts so deep because I know, you know, like, I've read these books vividly, like, from people that were there. Like, there's this book called Broken Spirits from Aztecs that were actually there while, they're talking about how they're describing it, how they saw, people running for their lives, tripping over their intestines because they were slicing them, and there's so I think about all that, and you think like I would sell out my people and be like, okay, I'm gonna do it because you know what I mean? If just like them, if they had the courage to be like, yeah, all right, burn me alive, I'm not gonna turn on the creator and everything for you to push this. Look at what's happening to the world. Look what it became because you know what I mean? If that was the case, maybe we should have just been like, you know what, burn us all alive. If that was the case, like, you know what I mean? Look what happened to the world. So here we are. Now we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta stand up. Or there's not gonna be nothing left for our children and their children and their children and so on and so forth, right? Alright, I'm out of here. Peace. Hope you all have a great day, no matter when you're watching this.
Yeah, got the song right here I want to sing for you. I hope you get the message. Listen up. No more, no more, no more. 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 Sometimes this life is complicated. You're feeling let down, fed up, and frustrated. But I'ma demonstrate to you, yeah, to you, if there's a will, there's a way. Cause I ain't never thought I'd live to see this day. But hey, look, I'ma keep on pushing on, being strong. If not for me, then for the next generation. Cause look at what they're facing, man, it ain't looking pretty. These greedy two-pay wearing out to stop there. Cause the truth is they scared, yeah, they hiding and ruling this world from their high castles. Yeah, they high castles, I'ma battle this out and punch them in them out with this knowledge dedicated to the masses, so hear me out. Cause I do sure hope that you make this world better. Cause I guarantee you they ain't gonna do it, stop there. It's time to activate your activism and show them you do more than simply post cool quotes on your media page. And you can feel my rage. Yeah, sometimes you gotta speak up. Don't die in silence, the time is now. Yeah, so I'm go and find someone that thinks just like me. And I hope, no I know, together baby we'll succeed. Cause I've tried, yeah I've tried. Not doing or saying anything, but I die every day, just waiting for someone to stop and say, hey, no more, no more, no more. 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 If we finally took a stand and gathered like hands, embrace no. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sometimes you just feeling it, you know what I'm saying? You just feeling it. And I wanna feel this way forever.